Any question in general regarding the game system or anything in particular regarding the setting?
I have a couple of questions. So currently in the Shire, what are some hot rumors or topics that hobbits talk about?
I would say I have tables for that. It starts with a funny one. Hobbit work. Let's have a roll, yeah, on one of those beautiful table in gossip. Roll me a d12. We'll see what they're talking about. It's summer, yeah. We're in summer 2965. So it's year of the Shire 1664 or something like that. I think there is 1,600 years difference between the calendar of the Shire and the calendar of Middle Earth in general. So that was an 8, yeah? Yeah. What was last night? You were having dinner with your grandfather, Vicky and Marlowe, your two cousins, and their mother, Martha. She's named Martha, your aunt, sheriff, and you were having dinner at the Green Dragon Tavern, yeah, in Hobbiton, on the road between Hobbiton and Bywater, and just south east of Hobbiton, the Green Dragon is sitting there on the way to Bywater. So number 8, celebrating one of the local hobbits. One of the local hobbits is being toasted for the announcement that he's going to be a father. So someone is going to be a father, and the drinks are flowing freely, and telling childhood tales is mandatory tonight. So, yeah, last night you spent it drinking and telling childhood stories and laughing. Well, your childhood wasn't really far back, so you had some fresh stories to talk about, and things stayed pretty local. I don't think there were any particular gossip that had you listen about stories of the world beyond the Shire borders. Okay. Camera, I need to reload again. Of course, there is always a talk or two about this mysterious blue wizard, Gandalf, who isn't, he's a controversial one. People, children in particular, we know that they like when Gandalf shows up and with his tricks and fireworks and things like that. He hasn't been seen in the Shire for a while. So people, of course, are extensively, betting on what he's doing, what kind of mischief he's been preparing for the people of the Shire. When will he be back and stuff? Bilbo is, of course, always part of those gossips, mixed in the stories about Gandalf and all that. Bilbo is a rather, reclusive kind of individual. He has been more and more, dug into his smile, his hobbit hole on the hill, and opening the doors to no one. That as well, of course, is a reason for much gossip about possible treasures hiding and some kind of secrets. People are they love to ramble, of course. It's the Shire. So you had this nice night at the Dragon Inn last night, and you reconvened with Martha, Marlowe, and Vicky, and your grandfather. You reconvened at Frogmorton, and it's one of those summer morning, brilliant weather. Shines outside. You've been oversleeping it, and it's like mid morning or something like that. You are still in bed at 9 a.m. in the morning, and it's Vicky who is going to come up, wake you up actually. Have a little an image for Vicky. There she is, to the left of the picture. There's a lovely little hobbit lady. Clean, attentionate, clever. Pity she's your cousin. So you live in a house above ground. In this little town of Frogmorton, as you're being waken up, you see the sunshine coming through the window. You were below your duvet and had no idea it was that late already. I don't know what kind of chores you're usually supposed to do in the morning to help the family run the house and all that. When Vicky is on some form of not Vicky but Martha, the sheriff, is on some kind of errand for the watch. But now Vicky's right in front of your nose, and she looks with her eyes bright open and kind of like panicked. Poor girl is panicked, and she says that Martha is dying. Martha is dying. You gotta come down now. She's in her
Vicky,
bed. She's lying down. She's trembling like she's going to collapse and give up on her life in a minute.
Vicky, it's too early in the morning for this. But please, can just a few more minutes. Bernie's gonna wipe his eyes. He's got scraggly hair, just fresh woken up, lying on the bed. He tries to turn to the side, but then something just snaps him awake as his eyes just open up, and he says, "Wait, who's dying? What?"
I'm serious. It's no joke now. Come on, get up, get dressed, and go down to Martha's room.
Okay, Bernie suddenly gets up. He throws his sheets off, and in his underwear, he goes shooting down the room, heading straight downstairs.
I think there is 2 rooms upstairs, one for you and one for the 2 cousins. And Vicky took a kind of a spare room that used to be some kind of storage room or something, and was transformed into a bedroom since you've been invited there, and possibly, let's say, I don't know where the grandfather possibly could sleep in the kitchen or something kind of rough near the stove, something like that. It's the warmest room.
I think he'd like to sleep in a hammock just outside near the river.
Oh yeah. Or in summer. Oh yeah, why not? Yeah, it's summer after all. Sound. So you rush down the stairs and open the door is already open. The bedroom of Martha is open, and Marlowe, your cousin, is there. There's also a little picture of a typical young hobbit, just your age. The 3 of you are in your early 20s. young, fresh hobbits, very energetic people. Also Marlowe is a kind of maybe a more of a kind of calm temper, whereas Vicky would be always kind of sort of like motivating all of you to do all sort of things for the house and people around and the elderly in Frogmorton and all that. But as of now, Marlowe is kneeling near the bedhead, and there is Vicky under a wet sheet. Not Vicky, Marta. Marta is under those wet sheets. She's not an elderly. She's a mature woman. Strong, usually, but you've never seen her sick. Like you always, she's always at the forefront of everything happening, dealing with all sorts of problems all around the West Farding, this part of the Shire, and a very responsible person. Well, yesterday she indulged a little bit, and it was a good time. You don't know what happened. Everybody went to sleep normal, but now she is trembling in her bed, sweating pearls and pearls of sweat, shaking, quaking, just completely the eyes, like she's bleak, really bleak. And she holds her belly like, and Marlowe says, here you are. She's sick. Something is wrong with her belly.
Bernie is going to stand at the doorway, his hand on the side, as he just pauses, taking this in. And he just looked at Marta, this person he considers to be his mother, essentially. He slowly walks in on his bare feet and says, What happened? Marlowe, what happened? I'm going to grab Marlowe's shoulder and shake him a couple of times. Why is she like this?
I don't know. I found her like that in her bed. She wouldn't come up for breakfast, and just like you actually. But I have no idea. She must have caught something on the way back yesterday, or something is wrong. Look at her. And she's half conscious, you don't really see her, she's not in a cognitive kind of state where she doesn't seem to really realize that the three of you are around, or she looks like vaguely past you, and oh my God, what are we going to do? Says Vicky, we have to find a remedy. We have to find something to get her well. What could be wrong with her? Vicky is now curled. Marta is now curled in her bed. The sheet half on down, on her legs. She's in her nightgown and holding her belly like. Oh, you're here. Oh, my babies. And she goes back into some kind of, pain and cries.
As she says this, Bernie will go over. He's going to take a napkin, sort of douse it in a bowl of water, and then place it over her forehead to give her a nice, quick wipe to remove the beads of sweat. He's going to gently say to Mother, Aunt, what happened? Are you all right?
As you ask that, Vicky rushes out to the kitchen as you can hear the kettle whistling. Oh, I've prepared some brew. I don't know if it's going to help. Let me fetch it. Let me go and fetch it. And she exits the room. Marta sort of like half turns her head towards you. She has her back, curled and her back towards you, and she kind of lifts her head like that. I must have ate something. I must have eaten something like This must be, I don't know, food poisoning. This must be food poisoning. This soup I had yesterday for sure.
The soup, Bernie says, as he tries to recall last night at the Green Dragon Inn. Did he have the soup as well? And what exactly did they eat? He can remember.
She had yesterday. She had the famous boffin's crock, which is a mushroom soup, for which the Dragon Inn, the Green Dragon, is famous for. Actually, this is supposed to be the crop of the crop. You know, some of the best food you could have in the Shire. And it's wild mushrooms cooked in a broth, and you know, it's supposed to be the tastiest dish, one of the tastiest dish at the inn. All of the others had something else. So it happens.
That's impossible. The crop mushroom soup, that's my favorite. Bernie looks a bit scared, just a bit confused, as he doesn't know what to do. He's going to shout to Marta, who's in the kitchen, saying,
Vicky.
Ah, sorry, Vicky. Vicky, hurry up, bring...
She's back. She's back with a kettle and a cup, and pours some kind of herbal tea in there and hand it over to you. Give her that, maybe she'll feel better.
Okay, I'll go over to Marta and say, I'm sorry, Aunt, I need you to sit up for me. And he's going to try to help move her. So she's sitting with her back on the bedrest. And then he's going to take the cup and gently, along with the saucer as well, he's holding it together as he sort of leans in and tells Marta, here you go, have a sip. And this is going to help you feel better, he says, gently tilting the cup into her lips so she can... Actually, I forgot to blow on it first to cool it down, so he's going to do that.
And she goes like... She tries to have a few sip like that, noisily, and she soon refuses. She says, "Oh, nothing is going in. Nothing is going in. My stomach is locked. It's like concrete in there. It's so hard. Oh, something must have been wrong with this soup."
I don't know what to do. She isn't drinking. Bernie looks over to Marlo and Vicky.
Marlo, he looks. Marlo looks a bit more angry at the moment. He's like, this buffin, this evil Gerda buffin mushroom. I think she poisoned her. She must have done something wrong. She's so odd. This old hag. I hate her. So he's referring to Gerda Boffin, who is famously known for gathering mushrooms from bind bale wood, and nobody knows where she finds those mushrooms precisely, but she's the one providing the mushroom for the boffin's crock at Green Dragon. The soup yesterday must have been cooked by Rose Cotton, who is the wife of Barnaby Cotton, and Rose and Barnaby Cotton are the owner of the Green Dragon Inn, and they order their mushroom from this famous Gerda. I'm gonna have a word with her. You've never seen Marlo, so you know, so aggressive.
Mallow, relax. We don't know for sure if it's the puffins. I need you to go get Grandpa for me. Can you do that, Mallow?
Grandpa, but he's at the river now. I don't know. He must be fishing or doing whatever he does. Okay, but why do you need him for?
Grandpa knows things. He's pretty old, so he must know a lot about this, right? Bunny sort of scratches his head as he defaults to using Grandpa as sort of the person who comes in and saves the day.
All right, I'll go and fetch him. Give me a couple minutes. I think he's nearby the old willow there. And he rushes out running.
Okay,
So
I'll look over to Marta and say, "Come on, Aunt, try again. Have one more sip of this tea."
no, I can't. It just stayed in my throat. It was too hot, and he wouldn't go down. Nothing is going in. I tell you, nothing is going in. I feel so. I can't. And she's pushing on her belly, and it won't come out. And she's exhausted, and she kind of like collapses and starts to go into this kind of like half sleep, madness, wandering madness. And Vicky looks with sad eyes at you. Oh my God, she's dying! She's dying! And she wraps you into her arms. She falls into your arms.
Yeah, I'm going to hold Vicky gently and say, "Oh, she's not going to die. She's the toughest hobbit we know. She just needs a bit of time and medicine, and she'll be okay." Vicky, do you have any more medicine or herbs we can give her?
I just gave her, I don't know, I thought for this kind of ailment, I just gave her a sage infusion. I thought sage is good for the belly. Doesn't seem to go even as far as her stomach. She can swallow anything. Oh my God, she's gonna die! And she starts to cry on your shoulder.
Okay, I'm going to gently pat Vicky's head and say, "No, don't say that." And then I'll try to examine Marta's belly, see if there's something under the covers over there or there's an external injury.
Very good. Well, you look. You press your palms on her stomach. She's still in her nightgown. White nightgown, and her belly is like concrete. There is no. You don't feel that there are any kind of swallowing or something. Just her belly is like really flat, hard. And she barely can breathe because her stomach is locked, her diaphragm is locked. She breathes only with her upper chest. You might want to do a little healing roll here, just for the to possibly gain more insight on what could be done in such case.
That is a 6.
Yeah, I see. So you had that's a fail. So you don't know. There must be a remedy for that. There must be something to do. But you don't know the recipe. You don't know the way to her stomach is locked. It's locked. There is something there that is not coming out, and make Yeah, and at this moment, Marlo and the grandfather, like something like half an hour later, come back. And, grandfather, what's your grandfather's name? I did note it somewhere.
Before they show up, could I do one more thing?
Say again?
Before Grandpa and Marlo show up, can I do one more thing?
Of course.
Would I know anyone who's like a doctor or a medic, someone with medical expertise nearby, another hobbit?
Funnily enough, the first person that comes to your mind who's reputed for knowing a bit more about herbs and folk cures is Gerda Boffin herself.
Okay, would it be possible if I tell Vicky, look, Vicky, you need to find Gerda, tell her about Aunt and what she's going through. Gerda might be able to help. Could you do that for me?
She hates me. She's just an old hag. I don't like her. I don't want to talk to her. Look what she's done to our mother. Come with us. Maybe the three of us can handle her, but she never wants to talk to anyone. You know how is she? Or she is. Just always grumpy and secretive. She's even worse than Baggins himself.
Do I know if she's being honest or if she's trying to exaggerate Gerda?
The grandfather comes in. What's going on? Oh my God. Oh, my daughter. Oh, what's happening to you? You're gonna be fine. And he starts to tap her, on the back, You're gonna be fine, daughter. And she's like, oh, no. He obviously really has no idea that she's in such a pain. Oh my God, but what's happening with her? He's surprised suddenly to see her in such a state. Marlo goes, it's this witch, Marlo goes like, this witch Gerda, like she poisoned her last night with her soup. I don't want to go and ask her for a remedy. She's she's the culprit herself. How could she be of any help?
Look, she might just be the only one who can help us with this. I'll go see Gerda. I need you all to keep an eye on Aunt here to make sure she is okay.
Father Gorbadook. I have him. Father Gorbadook goes like, take at least Vicky and Marlo with you. I'll keep an eye on her. Don't worry about me. I'll be good to her. I'm not going to tap her anymore that strongly. I'll make her a good broth with a bit of he's liquor. Yeah, that would do. A strong liquor should cure her.
Okay, I'll look over to Grandpa and say, thank you, Grandpa. We'll be back as soon as we can. Then I will go over to Mata, give her a kiss on the side of her forehead, and say, look, Mata, we'll be back. You just hold on for now. Stay here. Don't go anywhere. Say to Mata, and then I'll look over to Vicky and Marlo and say, okay, let's go out soon. First, I need to find some clothes. He's going to look down at his hairy hobbit chest, and then he's going to do a nod and say, okay, meet me outside in 2 minutes.
Perfect. You go up, you dress up. Down there at the house, in front of the house, it's about 10 a.m. in the morning. It's a brown, it's a ground summer morning. A little warm breeze coming from the southeast. the Frogmore town is well alive. There is a morning market, children running in the streets, and you'll be heading your way towards. Where's my map? Let's go back to this map. Gerda lives in Overhill, which is on the way past Bywater and Hobbytown, and on the other side of the hill. Yeah, that's where she lives. So this is some 5 miles away. So it will take you a while to reach Overhill. 5 miles. It's gonna be like 2 hours at least, huh? 5 miles. That's nearly 10 kilometers. Yeah, 3 hours. 2-3 hours walking. You can rush it, or you can possibly find a way to go on pony. You guys, do you have a pony? I think you do, huh? You're prosperous, aren't you? No, come on. Come on. Yeah, so I don't think they have... no, you don't have a pony.
I'm not sure if I'm actually common or prosperous. I've put down common for now.
Let's double check. Yeah, it's a bit... Yeah, you're common. Come on. So no, I think you need to be prosperous at least. Or, oh no, you have either an but that's gonna be an old half-starved pony. So we could say that you have your own pony, and there's an extra one for your 2 cousins who will ride both on the same pony. And the 3 of you and your 2 ponies can go in a hurry, possibly in a trot, at least a trot, as fast as you can, for as long as possible, for those 6 miles connecting Frogmorton.
Yep, I'd actually like to go to the Green Dragon Inn. I believe that's at the Bywater.
Yeah, it's there at the edge of Hobbytown.
Okay, that will be my first stop. I'd like to go inside, speak to the husband and wife owners about the mushroom soup from last night. So I'll go up to Rose or Barnaby and ask them about the soup, what happened, and can make other hobbits sick.
As you make your way along the east road, you find various hobbit, postmen hobbits. Some of them coming or going to the market, and all of them say, "Hello, Bernie. Hello, Vicky. Hello, Marlo." Everyone knows each other, and they notice you're in a hurry. Where are you headed in such a hurry? If ponies can gallop, that's as fast as you can go. You make a turn past the 3 farthing stone. You make so it's this big standing stone with 3 faces. That is it's at the center of the Shire, and marks the border between the east, the west, and the south farthing. You arrive soon after then in the little village of Bywater, which is as well made of above ground houses. A couple of 100 people live in there. You rush up northwest towards Hobbitown. You pass the Ivy Bush Tavern, which is usually your favorite to go to when you want to have a drink with your friend Joy Took. By the way, Joy Took hasn't been around for 2 or 3 days now. It's the third day that you haven't seen him, which isn't exactly a surprise, but it starts to make you wonder. Where is this Joy Took? And here you are. I don't know, possibly an hour and a half or something like that. Later, you arrive at Hobbitown. And the Green Dragon Inn is there, as it just opened for lunch, and she's there, Rose Cotton, serving brunches, lunches, all sort of late third breakfasts and all sort of things. As it's summer, they've installed dress tables in front of the main door, and there is this sort of terrace, and people see you arrive like the three musketeers in a hurry. And Rose goes, "Oh, welcome back. Which table would you like?"
Rose, I need to know what was in that soup. The Buffin's frog mushroom soup. Marta had it last night, and she's not feeling good.
She's not feeling good. That's impossible. This recipe is mine. Those mushrooms are reputed among everywhere in the Shire. I mean, this recipe is secret. No, I've never heard anyone getting sick because of Buffin's crock at the Green Dragon Inn. It's impossible.
Other hobbits may be sick too if they had it last night. I don't know what's wrong with the mushrooms or what Gerda gave you, but Aunt Marta isn't feeling well at all, and I need to find Gerda. Do you know where she is? She's still in Overhill.
Yeah, she must be there. If she's not on an errand looking for herbs and whatnot, or nuts, or I don't know what, of course her famous mushrooms, she must be in her house.
Okay, we'll talk later. I need to go now. I need to get something for Aunt Marta. Okay. And Bernie is going to just turn around and quickly run out back to his pony.
Right. And don't go around and advertise my soup as poisonous, huh? Nothing like that here. Everything is all right. Of course, everybody had a listen, and they're already, gossiping about possible attempt at poisoning the sheriff of the East Farthing. Some kind of conspiracy against the Watch. Possibly an enemy of the Michel Delving mayor. What's going on there? Something isn't right in the Shire. And off you go. You cross the bridge. You pass. You go through Hobbitown. Cross the bridge above the river, the water, and gallop down this road that circles around the hill, and you see this little alley that goes up the hill towards Bag End, and going around this big hill, you soon find yourself entering this little hamlet. It's really just a dozen small houses above ground, whereas most people living on the hill are actually living in hobbit halls. Past the hill in Overhill, for some reason they live in houses. mini houses. A couple of people in the streets, in the one alley that runs between the houses, and you've been told, that she's the last house. She's the last house to the north. You see that this is a little cottage, kind of Irish style, very very humble. You can you imagine her working hard in the kitchen, because you can smell. You can already smell the sense of all sorts of herbs. There is some cooking happening, and the chimney is puffing. The smoke, and you hear some activity in the kitchen as you approach the main and unique door of the cottage.
Okay. As we're galloping on our ponies, I will look over to my side and speak to Marlowe and say, Marlowe, I need you to stay calm as you usually are. We need Gerda to help us. We can't antagonize her. We need to show her respect and kindness so she can help our aunt.
Well, you do the talking. I mean, I'm staying here, staying outside. I'll mind the pony. You two go in if you want. But
Okay.
if she sees me, I tell you, I'm going to scare her to death.
Okay, that's what I like to hear. Very nice, Marlowe. I'm going to jump off my pony and help my cousin Vicky get up as well, taking her hand. And then I'll go over to the door, and first I'll try to peek my head into the window to see what she's up to, the hag.
Yeah, you see that the main room there is an actual. It's between where she stocks piles of herbs and dries mushrooms, cooks. There is a fireplace in the center with loads of a stove nearby as well. She's in between many pots and pans, and reads a receipt from a book in her left hand, and she's mixing. How do you say that in English when you do that with your tea or whatever? You mix.
Stirring.
Yeah, she's stirring. She's stirring a big pot, with some kind of stew in there. She's busy. She hasn't noticed no one peeking at her, peering through the window.
Okay, I'll turn to Vicky and say, yep, she's there. We found her. Then I will go up to the door. I'm going to raise my hand up to knock, and I'm going to hesitate for a second. I'm going to take in a deep breath, sort of shrug my shoulders, and then knock on the door hard 3 times.
Adjusting her dress as best she can. Let's go back here. This is Gerda Boffin. The bottom left there. You knock. Of course, there's no answer.
Okay,
You knock another.
I'll look over to Vicky, and then I'm going to look back to the door and try knocking 3 more times, much harder.
Go away! I'm busy. No time for advertisement or any sort of thing. If you're the postman, just leave your things by the door. Go away.
I'll look over.
You think like she's burned herself doing it possibly. Bloody hell! She goes like, still not coming to open the door.
I'll look over to Vicky and say, I wasn't planning to do this, but I'll clear my throat and say very assertively and loudly, this is sheriff business, open up.
All right. Do us an what would that be? It's a persuade. Yeah, it's a persuade. All right, you fail. Sheriff business. Sheriff business. My bottom. Yeah, you go down. Go down by the bywater and finish your life in the Brandywine if you don't want to have my broom and up your spine. Just leave me alone. I'm busy.
Okay, I'm going to
Please.
decide.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then look over to Vicky. I'll try opening the door handle first, see if it just opens.
Miss Buffin. She goes, Vicky. Miss Buffin, please, Miss Buffin. This is really a sheriff's matter. Really something is wrong with our mama. I don't care. If she's the sheriff, she can take care of herself. Oh, she's really impossible, And you half open the door. She's her back at the door. You peek inside. The smell of a thousand essences and herbs, and plus the cooking stew. They are like drying lard. It's a wonder of inside there, but. Yeah, she's busy turning the pages of. You can see that she has like some receipt books and stuff like that. She's like counting the herbs. She adds them to the stew, and a big piece of lard. Sploof. She hasn't noticed you.
Okay, I will take a position at the center of the room, and I'm going to say, I'm just going to loudly clear my throat. So she turns around. I'm assuming she's so busy she doesn't notice. Then I'll say, Miss Scudder, excuse me. Well, we need to talk. Try to get
She's like,
your attention.
she's surprised that someone is just right behind her, and there is like an arc of stew that flies around the house. What have you done? Oh my God! What are you doing here, you two? Oh, but you're the little Bernie and Vicky, yeah, Paddlefoot, huh? What do you want? I told you. I'm busy. Mr. Baggins is coming for dinner tonight. Mr. Baggins? Can you realize that? He never comes out. And what? One of those days he decides, yeah, he invites himself for dinner. At mine? At mine? So I'm to cook for the whole day. Something for Mr. Adventure Baggins. What a hell.
You do have a lovely place, Miss Scudder, and why am I not invited?
Invited? You would invite yourself at people's like that, just like this Bilbo? But where are you from? I thought your parents taught you manners.
I don't really know my parents, you see. Anyways, I digress. Marta is ill. Myself and Vicky were thinking, and Bunny's gonna sort of hesitate. He's a bit intimidated by Goethe. He's just gonna nudge Vicky a couple of times. Go on, tell her.
Well, you see, Miss Buffin, we really don't mean to interrupt. We mean you well. We know your mushroom soup is famous all over the Shire. We don't want to know anything about your secrets. You have your receipts. They're saint. They're whole. It's just that our mama she feels bad. She had your soup at the Green Dragon yesterday, and now her belly is locked and her stomach is in such a pain. Something is wrong with her. She's about to die on the spot. I'm telling you. I swear, Miss Buffin, do something for her. She's like, nobody ever got sick with my soup. I very carefully pick my ingredients, and I'm delivering only the crop of the crop to the dragon. No one has ever been sick because of me. No, that's impossible. She's just such a, you know. Of course, the mushrooms. Not everybody, can. Sometimes, mushrooms do that. You know that this soup is actually really good. She's never really. She always provided the best crop, but not like she's in denial. Totally denial. She turns her back again, and she gets back at cooking. She's going to be a pain to convince her to do anything. And Vicky goes on. Vicky says, "But if anyway, maybe it's not your fault. Maybe she had something else, or maybe a nut or something that went the wrong way. We know you're a herbalist too, no? Are you not?" "Of course, I'm a herbalist. I know all plants. I know the nuts. I know the flowers. I know the roots. And the mushrooms and the fruits. I know the veggies. I know the roots. I tell you, it's everything." And she has a collection of books, all sorts of things around, like confirming that she knows her thing.
Then will you please help us? Because from the looks of it, you're the only one who can. Aunt Marta isn't feeling well at all. She's sweating. She can't move. And she's refusing to drink tea. What shall we do?
We'll do a council. Yeah, we'll test a little bit the council mechanics now. We should have started already. Councils, they go into 3 phases: introduction, interaction, and resolution. Yeah, basically how well or bad things went. So for the introduction, you're going to have to roll. There are 3 ways you can introduce yourself. By rolling O, courtesy, or riddle. Of course, you roll O when you want to impress someone about yourself, make him listen. Courtesy when you just want to fit in and agreeably go by the book and attract someone's attention by pleasing him according to the local way. Or riddle when you make yourself more important than you are, or you try to confuse the person about your real intent. And at this point, to get you going with that introduction, Gerda will finally, like, she will go like, she put her spoon to the side on her working plan, working board. She goes like, she cleans her finger. She goes like that with her apron. She turns towards you. "But you, you're little Bernie, yeah? Bernard, yeah? You said you don't even know who your parents are, yeah? Why should I even listen to you?" So now it's time for you to decide about the way you want to properly introduce yourself. O, courtesy, or riddle?
I'll go with riddle. And I'll reply to this and say, "Well, I'm Bernie, and I'm the sheriff's nephew, and I feel we have a mystery to solve. If your mushrooms didn't make us sick, then what did? Who would want to poison the sheriff herself?"
Okay, make a riddle roll.
Great success.
Ooh, a great success. Okay. So the result in the council goes. The councils go like that. That the result of your introduction roll determines the number of chances you'll have to beat a certain resistance during the interaction phase. So a success means that you have at least 4 chances. You can roll 4 times to beat the. It's like a skill endeavor. You know, in the game you have the skill endeavor. So you need to roll as a certain amount of time, depending on the time limit, if there is one. Here the introduction roll gives you an actual time limit before which you won't have the possibility to increase your chances. So with a 4 success, it's a 4, and a great success means you have 5 chances to go through the interaction phase. You have to beat a certain resistance. Now you need to decide. So she will respond, to your introduction in a moment. But just to clarify the rules, the resistance. So the numbers, the minimum number of success you need to convince someone of what you want. If it's about convincing, but it could be different things. It could be a diplomatic kind of whatever. Consist can be about many. It's a social encounter, yeah. So here you have 5 chances to beat a certain resistance, which would depend on what you want from her. The more outrageous the demand is, the higher the resistance. So it will be for between us. It will be a resistance either of 3 or 6, depending on what you want from her. She goes, "You're talking about a conspiracy against the sheriff, against the watch? What hobbit would be willing to do something like that? This isn't right. This isn't right. Are you certain of what you're talking about? I don't like the sound of that, and certainly my mushrooms have nothing to do with it." Alors, it's time for you to pick a demand. What do you want from her? There are possibly 2 ways you can go about it. Is the most outrageous one would be to ask her to provide a remedy directly, a cure, or just to clear her name, or something, something straight up like that, without compensation. And an easier proposition would be to ask her to provide her with something in exchange. She could be in need of something. She looks very busy. She's having a terrible day, getting ready for an exceptional dinner. She may be in need of something, and if you manage to offer that in exchange for some kind of help, that would be a resistance 3. Compared to a resistance 6, where you ask straight up for a cure for her mistakes, or something like that.
Look, Gerda, I know you're busy. You have a guest coming over later today. If you help me with the cure, maybe herbs, so I can heal my dear aunt, I'll do everything I can to make sure your dinner with Baggins goes smoothly and without issue. In fact, Vicky and we can help you with cooking. Vicky's a pretty good cook, but we really need our aunt to feel better.
Yeah, Vicky, she goes like, yes, there's no problem, Miss Gerda. We could help you along all day long, and we sleep out, and it just happened that you're the magic cook, for the night. It would be amazing, don't you think? Okay, so that as part of the interaction phase, you have now up to 5 attempts to reach a resistance 3, because you've proposed her an exchange. So resistance 3, you will need basically 1. Oh, my camera keeps freezing. you have 5 rolls to make, up to 5 rolls, but you need each success. So a normal success count as 1, a great success count as 2, and an extraordinary success. That means a great success is when you have a 6. You roll a 6 on one of those 6-sided die. And an extraordinary success is when you roll 2 or more 6s, Tengwa or extra success. And the roll you did during the presentation, it was a Gandalf rune, so you had an auto success. It was already just a Gandalf is an auto success of normal quality. But then you rolled a 6 between your 3 success dices. So you had an extra success on top of that made for a great success. So now you need to, from what you've started the interaction, that would be either what? So anyway, you have to choose between those 5 skills: enhearten, insight, persuade, riddle, or song. So from what you've started is either your first roll could be an enhearten or a persuade, I think. Yeah. Insight would be used to know more about what she truly needs or what she truly thinks. Get a better sense of how to get and navigate the conversation. Riddle would be either about to just tell some kind of entertaining riddle proper, or tell a lie. And song, singing a song or telling a nice story, just making tell something else that would encourage the listener to go your way. So what do you think? It's either enhearten or persuade for what you've proposed now.
I'll go with persuade.
Okay. Go.
That is 12. Failure.
Oh my God. You cooking? Kids like you? Helping me? No way. I need professionals here. It isn't going to be as simple as you think. Please, she says, Vicky, please. I know I don't look like it, but I know my cooking. I mean, I've plenty of receipts in my head. I don't need books. I can manage. I can I don't know, stir the stew for all day long if you want me to. Please. Your next roll, because of Vicky's participation, you'll get a +1. So you have 4 chances left. 4 rolls.
Okay. Could I try to use insight to see what Gerda really wants or what she values, so we can offer it to her?
Sure. Do that with a +1 because of Vicky's plead at your side. And meanwhile, you're having a look at what's going on in the kitchen, trying to figure out what she might be in need of.
Okay, I'll add this to the result modifier. I'm adding a 1 there.
At the bottom of the box, you click to the die to the right of the 0. Yeah, I think.
Okay, additional
add 1 die.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great success.
Ooh, a great success. So that counts as 2 successes. So you're 1 success away. You have 3 more chances, and you're only 1 success away from convincing her. You can see that there is one receipt that is pinned to the central pole in the middle of the room, near the stove where she's working, and it's a bullfrog pie receipt. So bullfrogs are big frogs, and there is a bullfrog pie receipt there, and you see that they are ticked. Like everything she needs: the flour, the eggs, the grease, the butter, whatever. Everything is there, But when you see on the list there is bullfrog, there is no ticking. There is no, yeah. So it looks like she had planned to cook some bullfrog pies for the night, but she may be in need of bullfrogs.
Good. From that smell and what you're doing, I can tell you're making bullfrog pie. Something I really enjoy myself, and I know you need the perfect bullfrog, the right size and the right color. In fact, my grandpa knows all about frogs. We live next to a swamp, So I can get you the perfect frog. In fact, I'll get you 2 very good frogs, the right bullfrogs. And in exchange, please, could you give us a cure or maybe pay Aunt Marta a visit?
Suddenly you smell the smell of burnt, and she's like, "Oh my God, I forgot to stir my stew. Oh my God, those kids, but you're really too much. And she rushes, above her big cauldron, preparing this stew again. She throw another lard in there. It's becoming very thick, and she adds a bit of potato flour in there. And she keeps cooking, and she's sweating. It's very warm in there. The 2 of you actually, you can feel the drops, under your armpit, and you start to be really warm as well. And she goes like, 2 bullfrogs? No, but do you think that would be enough? I'm planning to cook 6 bullfrog pies. You know how many frog that is? And that's actually possibly up to 12, possibly 18 big bullfrogs. Those, those bullfrog legs are just like, I don't know, the thigh of it. It's like they're massive. Like a extended bullfrog would be, I don't know, a foot long. Those bullfrogs. They are the noisiest. They're beautiful. They're very very lovely frogs, but just oversized, oversized. And they're not the most common. They're very clever frogs. They're hard to catch. Your family is reputed, and your grandfather as well is reputed for that. So you have a good chance to find those bullfrogs for her. She goes like, "Yeah, could you do that? You really do that? Not sure I can trust you, huh? My dinner's at 9 p.m. That leaves you with..." It's like, it's about to be 12. It's about to be midday now. That would leave you 9 hours. I'm not sure I can trust you on this one. Last roll.
Okay, I'll reply to her and say, well, if you won't trust me, then who will you trust? It turns out my family is really good at catching frogs. We're the best you have.
Good. So that would be an enhearten, possibly. Persuade again.
I'll go with persuade again. Failure.
That's for a 9, a 10 out of a 16. Just before you finish your sentence, Vicky goes like, "Oh yeah, we know our frogs. We know them all, huh? Don't worry, our family. We are experts in frog." Add 1 die now. If you make a 6, that would be a success.
Okay, rolled a 1d6 and I got 4.
So you failed your 3rd attempt, and you had 5 total. You have 2 more chances. She goes,
Okay.
Paddlefoot expert. Paddlefoot expert in frog. Paddle, yeah? Yeah, just like the frogs, yeah? I see. I mean, no, you don't look really Really. And by the way, I've never heard of any receipt that make it out of your family house. No, really, not convinced there. She goes into counting again. She's like pouring. She has a plate where she's pouring various spices, a bit of this, a bit of that. She pre-mixes them before she's about to throw them in the stew. What else can you come up with? Add one die because of Vicky. Vicky is kind of like already sort of like trying to help her. Don't touch that, Gerda. Just possible hag. Vicky, I just want to help, please.
Can I try to flirt with her? Flirt with Gerda?
To flirt with Gerda Boffin?
Yeah.
Okay. So how you go about that? Just take her hand and pretending to help her stir the stew, touch her skin, something like it.
I'm going to walk up while Vicky's helping and say, Gerda, this cooking really reminds me of home. You know, back when I used to live with my mother and father, she used to make the best meals, and for some reason you feel like family to me. I'm going to gently touch her hand and say, I'm going to look into her eyes and say, I can't wait to have your favorite soup next time. Until then, I'm happy to help you out with whatever you need.
She's like she trembles a little bit under under your touch, and she looks at you. she seems you know a bit more tender, but we'll see how she reacts. So what? That would be Anne Harton.
Can I go with courtesy by any chance, or I can do Anne Harton?
Yeah, yeah, to Anne Harton then. Plus one die.
Oh, forgot to roll the +1. That is a 6 on the second die.
Yeah, 6 and 2. It's a fail again. Ooh. Yeah, I see. Yeah. Surely I'm a mother for everyone here. Oh, they know me, huh? My name is well known. I'm a famous girl. Yeah. I'm the mother of all hungry people here. Don't get too close to Don't drop your sweat in my soup. How many attempts? That was the 4th attempt. You have 1 attempt left. Can go back to your best skill, possibly. What do you have that would work? That would work best there. Persuade 2, riddle 3, inside 3. Inside and riddle are both favored. So you either have to lie to her or find something, understand something about her that would really make her crack, like possibly she's missing someone, or I don't know what could you imagine there. Either you lie to her, promise her something, or you made a bold promise, maybe not definitely, not straight out lie, but you made a bold promise on top of the deal you had already agreed on, if you managed to convince her. Or you try to dig into her past or look around for clues, what she might be missing, if she doesn't feel lonely here. You could, I don't know, promise her a meeting with, if there's someone she hasn't seen for a long time. If someone like her likes anyone on earth.
Okay, can
Insight
I try
or
to... Yeah, I'll try to figure out what her meeting with Baggins is about, how that's relevant to her, and what's actually taking place later tonight.
Okay. Roll insight. +1 for Vicky. Yeah. Extraordinary success. So that's how many sixes there? 2. So that's 2 extra success than you actually needed to complete the endeavor. You have a total of 5 successes against a resistance of 3. So you're good. How do you go about that between them and Bilbo to sort of?
Would Bernie have met Bilbo in the past, or maybe shared drinks with him?
I say so. Yes, I'd say so. Possibly he's the last drink ever at the Dragon Inn a year ago. Before he sort of like reclused himself even more than he was already.
Okay. Bernie will say to Gerda, well, it's very nice of you to make so many dishes, so many pies for Bilbo. He's a close friend of mine, and here's what I'll do. It wasn't very nice of him to invite himself, so I'll go to Bilbo and tell him to bring his own pies so he can contribute to the food. And this way you'll have to do less cooking and less work, less stress for you. You can have a pleasant meal together. And I know Bilbo, so I can tell him to be on good behavior and not to take advantage of you.
Oh, but I see where you're coming from. All right, but I wouldn't dare to ask him that. Not even you asking him this kind of things on my behalf. He will be the guest. I'm the host. I'm to be the honorable person here. There's no way you're gonna convince him to bring something. No. I mean, he invited himself. Yeah, but I mean, Bilbo is a bit of a strange one, but people say things about him and stuff and all sort of nonsense. But I like him. Very much. I'll do my best to honor his coming tonight, and we're gonna have a little supper between the two of us. I'm going to be, people are going to wonder what's happening. Gossip will fire all around my house. I'm sure that we're gonna bring a bit more clients, as she goes into ramble about her fabulous future, because she's going to have one supper with Bilbo Baggins. But if you, I don't know, maybe you can tell him to bring flowers. That would do. And bring me those bullfrogs, just like we agreed before.
Yes, bullfrogs, definitely. Vicky and I will get straight on it. And what kind of flowers would you like?
Meadow flowers, just something nice, something innocent, a bit childish even. I just like flowers. She looks totally melted, she isn't anymore the old hag, this emotion-proof sort of old lady. She seems much younger, and she has changed very much since the beginning of the encounter.
Okay, I'll look at her and say, Gerda, I'll make sure you have a very good dinner with Bilbo. And I'll even help spread the word. But Marta really needs help. Is there anything you can do about her situation, about some kind of poisoning?
She must, exceptional cases don't something happens between mushrooms and stomach, and those people they don't digest them well. possibly depend on the. She looks at Vicky on menstruation cycles. You know, woman things. Sometimes, our body do things to us, and we're not keen to digest the same thing, just as everyone else. Whatever the reason, there is a cure to it. I'm sure all she needs is a good fever, make her warm, the warmest possible, give her a good fever, and force her to, how do you say, vomit. Yeah. Force her to vomit the thing. Now, I know of another kind of mushroom that grows in bine-bale woods. This mushroom would do particularly well for our need. You need to go and fetch this mushroom. Just make a regular tea out of it. Make her drink that. I tell you, she's gonna have the fever of her life. And she's gonna go and puke everything she has. All the bad stuff. And the ailment will be gone. No time. Now let me... Wait. You bring me the frog pies first. The bullfrogs, yeah? Meanwhile, I'll make a little drawing of the mushroom, and when you come back, I'll tell you where to find this.
Did you hear that, Vicky? Our aunt will be okay. She's not going to die. She just needs a fever, and she'll be fine.
Yeah, Vicky, she's super happy. She goes, "Oh, is this real, Miss Boffin? Really? It's just like that? You cure a mushroom ailment with another mushroom? But it sounds impossible." No, I'm telling you, don't worry, little girl, don't worry. And she goes crying into Gerda's arms, and Gerda suddenly becomes this old hag again. It's okay. No, off you go. We all agree on what we have to do. Don't be late. I want my bullfrog pies to be cooked because I won't have time to cook them. Oh, and by the way, she adds another term to the agreement. I want my bullfrog pies cooked by 9 p.m. You haven't agreed on that. You agreed to bring her bullfrogs, but she wants them cooked already.
You want your bullfrogs cooked? Your bullfrog pies made. If we do so, can I also have a bite?
That's fine. That's fine, but you cover it up somehow.
Yes, we will get right on this, Miss Gerda. Thank you so much for your time.
She rips the receipt from the wooden pole and hands it over to you. Here's the receipt. Good luck with that. Don't mess it up. No, off you go. And she runs into a storage, little storage room. She comes back with a barrel of wine or something. She pours into the stew. She already she's back into a swirling universe of Madden Cook.
Okay, I'll turn to Vicky and say, "Okay, Vicky, let's go get these bullfrogs. Let's go meet up with Marlowe." I'll say, taking her hand and going straight out.
And you see that Marlowe had he has collected some pony dung, and had begun to he's about to throw it on the window of Gerda Boffin.
Marlowe, no, hold on. Don't do that. The window's open. Look, you might take someone's eye out. She's agreed to help us in exchange for this. I'll hold out the recipe to him.
No way, that's impossible. This old hag, she's playing along. Did she accept? Did she tell the truth? Did she really poison our sheriff? Our mama?
Seems like sometimes mushrooms have different reaction on people. Bernie tries to explain, and he just says, "Look, all my aunt needs is a good fever. She'll puke out whatever's inside her stomach, and she'll be fine. And we need to collect this mushroom from the
Pine Bay.
woods nearby, Pine Bay Woods. And yeah, Gerda is going to help us make the tea. We can give it to our aunt, but she's not in danger. She will be fine, Marlo. She'll be okay."
You better be right about that. What a gamble. I mean, we're going to give her another poison mushroom to cure already mushroom poisoning? That doesn't make sense. Anyway. So what do we need? We need to cook those bullfrog pies. Oh my god, the recipe is huge.
We just need to collect maybe 10, maybe 20 bullfrogs and help her make pies for her guests tonight. Oh, by the way, Gerda is having dinner with Bilbo Baggins. What do you think about that?
You're kidding me. That's impossible. Bilbo doesn't go out. He'll accept no one's inside, even his own house. I mean, maybe there is something, a little bit of a romance happening between them. I mean, they're two weirdos. I wouldn't be surprised after all.
Yeah, maybe we can find out after we make the pies. You know, stick around and see from the window or something.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. We need to come up with a story there. There is something behind. So that was it. That was Gerda Boffin. She's about to have a secret dinner with Bilbo Baggins himself. Some kind of story is happening between them. Just as you're about to leave, she exits the cottage and says, "And by the way, this is all between us. Huh? No one needs to know what's happening tonight. Huh? I don't want people to start to imagine things. Huh? Nothing is happening between me and Bilbo. Huh? We're clear?"
Yes, of course. My lips are sealed. I'll promise utmost secrecy.
She goes back inside. Not exactly convinced that somehow she's trapped herself now. So bullfrogs. You know that the best spot for bullfrogs is the Rushock Bog, which is quite a trip. From over hill, that would be 20 miles